President-elect Biden prepares to take office, the signature legislative achievement of the Obama-Biden administration is in jeopardy. The court starting the process today for deciding its future.
Outside the Supreme Court today, people holding signs about the decision that will be made inside about whether the Affordable Care Act should be struck down.
It would basically impact every single one of us.
Robert Field is a professor of law and public health at Drexel University who listened as the court took up the case today.
What could you glean from the arguments today?
Well, of course, it's difficult to predict the way they'll actually vote based on the oral arguments because they try to ask probing questions of both sides. But the gist of it seemed to be that they were more skeptical of the challengers' arguments.
The court is hearing a challenge to the law brought by 18 states and backed by the Trump administration. They argue the law known as Obamacare is unconstitutional after the penalty for not having health insurance was eliminated. 20 million Americans get their health insurance through the ACA, but the law also impacts those with private insurance because of things like standards for what has to be covered in your plan. Opening arguments today coming as a new administration prepares to take office, led by the man who, in 2010, was caught on a mic telling President Obama how big a deal it was to get the law signed. As a candidate, Joe Biden promised to expand Obamacare and make it Bidencare. Today, he said his transition team will soon start fleshing out details on things like lowering the cost of prescription drugs.
Beginning on January 20th, the Vice President-elect Harris and I, we're going to do everything in our power to ease the burden of health care on you and your families. I promise you that.
As the Biden-Harris administration makes plans, it's unclear how much power Democrats will have, with control of the U.S. Senate up in the air.
The court's expected to rule on the ACA by next spring, but that professor I spoke with tells me they do have options for when their decision takes effect, something that came up in arguments today. For example, if the court decided to strike down the law, they could set the time for when that takes effect sometime in the future. I'm Mayk, NBC10 News.
Lauren, thank you.